Hello and welcome. It has been a week of lots of serious cases as I was preparing for the FMWC and working on, real financial modeling. So now it's time to play some games, and I'm excited for this case. It is a free MEWC UK Championships case by Elliott Paterson, the first case, or actually cases, because there are two of them, that he has written. And it is all about maps. So there are many different large maps. Um, I've had a quick look already, so not totally a blind solve, just for full disclosure. But I feel like this one should be a right up my street because I have lots of good map lambdas. Speaking of which, the first thing I'm going to do is import my lambdas. And thanks, Robot, for making that easier. All right, so let's have a look. I guess I'll start my time. The wise wizard Merlin, defender of the kingdom of Camelot, friend to Arthur Pendragon, magnificent mage of mystery, has sensed a terrible dark presence. She lurks across the land and must be found. I think I might know where this is going. He has gathered his scrolls and maps to hunt down his scourge so he might send her back to whatever dark dimension whence she came. These cases have been designed to help you get used to some of the ways in which map cases are used. Yes. Dozen quests, 10 side quests. Oh my god. Okay, so case one is the easy one, case two is the hard one. So maybe I'll just do case one today. A number of hints to help you with the quest. You need them. You can view these by unhiding the relevant rows. You have one scroll, a one-dimensional map, and three maps. Okay. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, I guess first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide that, which I don't need, and the image credits and answers, which I don't need. And then I'm going to go through and name some things. So this is, I'll just call it SOP for scroll protection. I'll call this Merlin's quarters. And then I'll make this into a table. And I guess I'll call that something very imaginative like P underscore MQ. Okay, and ooh, the map's getting bigger now. Okay. So this is what East Camelot, and I'll call this one T underscore EC. And finally, the battle for Camelot. I'll call imaginatively BC, and we'll make this T underscore BC. And just check if I got my lambdas. Oh, no, I haven't. So let's. Hang on, something's not right. Just gonna pause a tick. Okay, I think I had accidentally unregistered my lambda collection from Robot. So now, yes, I've got all my stuff. All right, let's dive on in. I'm going to start with this and come back to the bonuses later. So, usually, what is the corresponding line from the scroll? Whole scroll is okay, so this is just an add to RC ref of this on SOP. Nope, didn't like that. What? Did I call it something else? No. Oh, sorry, not to RC ref. Add to ref. There we go. Beware the evil one, Lana Banana. Well, I was right about where I was going. Okay. Um, so what is in which icon can be found in each Okay, so this is again just add to ref of these on Merlin's quarters. Okay. King Arthur is on a quest to visit all the people of Camelot. He can currently be found on cell AH27 of the East Camelot map. King Arthur can move one cell at a time orthogonally, up, down, left, right. He cannot move diagonally. Additionally, he must always stay on the path. How many moves must he make to reach each of the target cells below? Okay, so East Camelot. So Arthur is here in AH27. Okay. So first thing I'm going to need to, you can walk along the path, which is this. So I'm going to need to have color interpretation here. So let's do that. Okay, so then I have my color. Oops, where are my macros? Right, pause again while I go grab those. Okay, where was I? Blah, 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 colors. So many colors. And just to make this a little easier, I'm going to do unique to call this, and then I'm going to do X match this against that. And that'll just give me everything as small numbers, which I should really maybe just bake into my macro, but I haven't done that yet, so whatever. All right, so 6 is where he can walk. And now I have a, oops, I have, where are we gone? My zoom is really screwed up. Anyway, so I have a lambda for this, which is maze. So my start is AH27. My directions are, hang on, I think I have directions in some, let's see, our offset codes. That's the one. Goes, hello, can you evaluate it? Yeah, so up, down, left, right are just the first 4 of these. Then my map actual is going to be East Camelot, and my map valid is going to be minus minus this whole thing is equal to 6. So this is how many steps it takes Arthur to get everywhere. Now, did I keep? Oh no, I didn't. I made at some point a version of this that was slightly different, but apparently I didn't keep it. So let's edit, because what I actually want is return. Let's just call it tab form, because at some point along the way this calculates a distance lookup. So I'm just going to say if tab form, then distance lookup, otherwise distance lookup, otherwise out. And then say give me distance lookup. So now this is saying these are all the row column references. So I've talked about this a bunch before, but if you haven't come across it, I name cells by 1,000,000 times their row number plus 1,000 plus their column number. So in other words, this here is row 4 and column 50, and similarly the rest of the way down. So that's telling me the distance from each one. So now I can cut that. Oh, sorry, now I want to save the lambda. And I should bring that back into my collection at some point, but we'll get to that. So I want to cut that and bring it over here. And then that's spilling, but that's okay. I want to actually just grab the whole thing. I want to XLOOKUP, add to RCRef. So convert all those to RCRefs. And then, sorry, actually, I'll just make it a VLOOKUP since it's a 2-column return to 0. Boom. Okay. Level 4. Seek and you shall find. Each creature in East Camelot yearns for something. For each of the creatures in the starting cells below, what is the minimum number of moves they must make to find the item they desire in the listed target cell? They can move 1 cell at a time, up, down, left, right. Cannot move diagonally. Movement is not blocked by other items. You don't have to worry about the different terrains. Okay, so I'm just going to add to RCRef both of these. And then I want the dist between. And the way I do dist between, I have a starting and an ending RCRef, and then I have an optional argument for a function. So it will calculate the difference in the number of rows, the difference in the number of columns, and then you can apply a function to that. So when you can move orthogonally but not diagonally, you just need to sum the row and column differences. And that gives the 5. Where are we going? There we go. So this should be good. Hooray. Okay, quest 5. I think I'm seeing double. Okay, so you're still looking for something, but now there's multiple places it could be, which is fine. So I guess what I want is the min of the dist between, and the starting reference is going to be add to RC ref of this, and the ending reference is going to be add to RC ref of text split of this by a semicolon. Close, 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 close. And that looks good. Happy days. All right. Request 6. He likes to move it. Common theme in map-based Excel challenges is movement based on arrows. Each arrow represents a single movement. The movement can be orthogonal or diagonal. For each creature in the starting cells below, what is the name of the icon in the cell they finish in after their movement? Just move a single cell. Okay. So first thing is just I need to convert the starting cell and the arrow to RC references, and then I can just add them together. So this is where we end up, and then I want RC ref to ref of that on the map. And which map are we using here? It says somewhere. I know it does East Camelot. You see. And then we need to XLOOKUP that in table EC icon returning from table EC description, I think. Yes, perfect fish. Okay. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? The quest uses the Battle for Camelot map. The enemy has been spotted a short ride north of Camelot, hiding in the trees. Luckily, it's well known that monsters aren't the brightest and will run headfirst into a tree without a second thought. So this is here. Okay, so right, we've got enemies running into trees. Fine. Each time a monster moves, they'll move 1 square south. With a monster in each starting cell, how many times can they safely move without hitting a tree? Okay, so first I want to RC ref this. Then I want to add to that sequence. Let's see, how tall is the map? Furthest anyone could possibly have to go before they hit a tree is 50 steps. Can't go more than that. So let's do plus sequence 50 times underscore m, which is just the constant I store to keep the value. So right now it's 1,000,000. So these are the 50 places this monster will get to by walking south. Then I want to RC ref to ref of that on the Battle for Camelot map. That gives me this, and then I just want to find, are there multiple types of tree? They all look the same. Let's see. Item plants. Yeah, okay, there's only one type. Fine. So then I'll just name this tree. So then we're going to, so that means you can take 2 safe steps and then die in a tree. So it's going to be X match tree against that -1. Okay, happy days. So let's do some bonuses. Wait, 840? Does that mean I've got something wrong, or does that mean it's just scored out of 1,090? Okay. All good. How many animals are there on the East Camelot map? Okay. So we're going to say sum of XLOOKUP minus XLOOKUP EC in TEC icon, returning from TEC category, otherwise blank, equals animal. Yeah, sorry, closing bracket. Woohoo! Bad start. Oh, sorry, animals. There we go. Okay, which animal appears in the starting cell in 2 different games in Quest 5? Quest 5, starting cell, okay. So it's add to RC ref, no, sorry, add to ref of these on, this one was East Camelot, I think? East Camelot, yes. And then I guess I can do a most of. And sure enough, there's only one that occurs twice, so we can add that and Now, does it want the name? It doesn't actually say, but I guess it wants the name. So we'll XLOOKUP that in T_EC icon, returning from T_EC description. Yes, okay. In East Camelot, how many cells will Poseidon have to travel to reach the Kraken? Poseidon can move diagonally as well as orthogonally, but can only move through the water. Okay. Sorry, East Camelot is here. So, water is 1, and Poseidon starts in B26. So I should be able to maze of start B26. All the directions are offset codes. The map actual is East Camelot, and the map valid is going to be minus minus this equals 1, and I want to return in tab form, and then I want to, where's the Kraken? Oh, I think I see it right there. So that's in C3. So then I want to look up in this, you look up add to RCRef of C3 in all of that, turning from 2, 0. Oh, yeah, got to close this. So I think the answer is 25. Bring it over here, just drop it somewhere. And okay, good. If the bee in cell 028 of East Camelot follows all the directions from quest 6 in the order they appear, excluding the example, what does it land on? Okay. So it's going to be B, add to RCRef of 028 plus R to RCRef of all the stuff in quest 6. Sorry, it should be plus some of these. That's where you land. Then we need to RCRef to ref of that on, we're still on East Camelot, I think. And then we need to XLOOKUP that in table East Camelot icon, returning from table East Camelot description. Hooray. Okay. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Beware the dark one. I did look at this bit. So the dark one draws near. Merlin can sense her. He can almost hear her cheeky laughter mocking him. He cannot see her on the maps, but he knows she is there somewhere, hidden. But she is weak. She needs to feed 3 times before she becomes unstoppable, bringing pain to all that look to excel. And Merlin has hidden her food. There's a creature hiding in each of the 3 maps. She is the dark one. You will not see her with the naked eye, nor with the icon keys, but she is there, waiting. She is sly and can move diagonally as well as orthogonally, i.e. in all 8 directions. She cannot swim or climb the wall in row 44, which I think is Battle for Camelot. I guess it's moved now. It is in row 45, but okay. Can't climb the wall. For case 1's dark one side quest, you can move in any non-water, non-wall cell without worrying about the contents. And the question is, what is the total amount of cell movement she needs to make? Okay. So first thing, we need to identify the dark one. So I am going to, so she's on all the maps, so let's just go Merlin's quarters. I'm going to take unique of to call of that, ignoring blanks. And that gives me 53 items, and if I take tab underscore Merlin quarters icon, hopefully that will give me one less. It does, so then we can, one way to do this is to stack the 2 of these together and take the items that occur only once. Ha ha ha! There she is. So I'm going to name this Lana. Okay. So then I want if, so I need a starting location for each one first of all. So want Merlin's Quarters, East Camelot, and Battle for Camelot. So I need to know where she starts, and then I need to know the distance she travels. So this is going to be concat if Merlin's Quarters equals this, then do I have an address? Addresses, yes, of Merlin's Quarters, otherwise blank. That's where she starts there, and then I need the same thing, yes, need the same thing for East Camelot, and I need the same thing for Battle for Camelot. Okay. Oh, now I'm also going to need to do a terrain map here, so let's grab, oh, what's going on? There we go. So we'll fill in the colors here. And then again, we'll X match this against unique of to call of this. Okay, so dark is 1, light is 2, water is 3, bridge is 4, stone is 5. Cool. Happy days. All right, so then I guess I should name this also. I'll call this BC underscore call, and I'll call the one here EC underscore call to make it a little easier to work with. Okay. Now, oh yeah, I see a banana right here. I was just gonna, everything except Lana is, interesting. So what is this called? Food of the dark one. Okay, well, there you go. So that's my target. Okay, so target. That's going to be a similar formula. Actually, it's going to be many similar formulas, but we're going to replace Lana with C31. Okay. And actually, I want these to be RC ref. It's going to be add to RC ref of these. Okay, so then it's going to be similar to what I did for Mr. Poseidon over here, which is this. So what are we going to do? We're going to add to RC ref of this. We're going to do a maze. Wait, sorry, no, of the target. We're going to do a maze starting from here. Right, offset codes. It's going to be Merlin's Quarters. Then valid is going to be everything. So just I don't know, if MQ is not equal to RTQ, then 1. That should be it. And then similar here, but now instead of Merlin's Quarters, I want East Camelot, and my valid is going to be based on the color, so everywhere except the water, which means 1, so minus minus EC underscore cull is not equal to 1. And then finally we've got Battle for Camelot, and here it's about the water and the wall, so it's going to be, and water is not 1 here, it is 3. So it has to be that not equal to 3, but also the wall, which is 5. No, sorry, it's not, it's this. So I guess I'll just name one of these wall. So I'll say that. So these are valid terrains, but I have to subtract off BC equal to wall. Okay, so then I think my total distance is this. That is indeed a very hard side quest, but I like it. Did I get it right? Yeah. All right. When when I had got through the levels in a pretty quick time, I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe I'll just blast on through and do the second case. But now that the bonuses have taken me longer than all the levels put together, I think I will stick with my original plan, do case 1 today and come back to case 2 another time. Thank you, Elliott, for a very fun case.